In this lecture, we will discuss about compressibility factor. Basically, real gases does not follow ideal gas equation exactly, at all temperature and pressure. So when I say real gases, this means the gases that exist practically. So real gases is like CO2, hydrogen, helium, oxygen. So these are real gases. Ideal gas is just a hypothetical concept. So when we say ideal gas, this is an imaginary gas. So at all temperature and pressure, real gases does not follow ideal gas equation, that is PV is equals to nRT. So we can say real gases deviate from ideal gas behavior. For example, if we plot a graph for pressure versus volume, if I have ideal gas for a constant temperature and constant number of moles. So if T is constant, number of moles is constant. So we will have PV is equals to constant because nRT is constant. So this is the equation of rectangular hyperbola. So PV is equals to constant. So equation of rectangular hyperbola. So we should get this kind of graph for ideal gases. So this is basically graph for ideal gas. But when this graph is plotted for real gases, it shows something of this kind of nature. So this is for real gases. Now if you see, when pressure is low, so this region we have low pressure, this region we have high pressure. So in low pressure region, the ideal gas has this volume. So this is ideal gas volume. But the real gas has only this volume. That is basically lesser volume. So we can say at lower pressure, real gas has low volume compared to ideal gas. So basically there is a deviation from ideal gas behavior. Now if we see at higher pressure, so let us say this pressure, so this is the ideal volume. Vi is ideal volume. At the same pressure, real gas will have this volume. So this time real volume is greater than ideal volume. So at a higher pressure, real gas has more volume than ideal gas. And this graph or this plot is basically coming from experiment. So from this plot it is clear that real gases deviate from ideal gas behavior. Now we can measure this deviation from ideal gas behavior in terms of compressibility factor. Compressibility factor is written by Z, capital Z. So compressibility factor, it is a measure of deviation of real gas from ideal gas behavior. And it is written as real volume divided by ideal volume. Real volume is basically volume of container. So we have this volume. This contains gas molecules. Whatever the volume we have for container is real volume. So when we say real volume, this means volume of container. Now when we say ideal volume, this means the volume that is free for these molecules to move inside this vessel. So these molecules can move inside this space. So the freest space. If I collect all these molecules at one place, so only this part of volume is available for movement of gas molecule. So V ideal is volume that is available for gas molecule to move. So we have Z is equals to V real divided by V ideal. Simply we can write VR divided by V ideal. Now we can calculate ideal volume by PV is equals to nRT. So from here we can say V ideal is equals to nRT by P. So we can write Z is equals to V real divided by nRT by P. So this becomes PV real divided by nRT. Now every time we does not write V real is simply replaced by V, and this is volume of container. So we can write Z is equals to PV by nRT. This can also be written as, if I take n number of mole upside, this divided by RT. Now V by N is defined as molar volume. V by N is defined as molar volume. That is volume of 1 mole of gas. If N mole has V volume, then 1 mole will have V by N volume. So this is molar volume is volume of 1 mole of gas. And V by N is simply written as molar volume Vm. So Z is equals to PVm divided by RT. So Z is a function of pressure and temperature. Molar volume is fixed, that is volume occupied by one mole of gas, that is volume of container per mole of gas. So this term Vm is basically fixed. So we can change pressure and we can change temperature to get the different value of Z. Now the question is, why gases does not show ideal behavior? And the clue is coming from liquefaction of gases. If we have a gas and a high pressure is applied, gases is converted into liquid. Even in liquid form, this does not have zero volume, so it will have some fixed volume. Kinetic theory of gases says gas molecules are zero volume. But if we compress gases, it converted into liquid, but it has some volume. So from here we can say gas molecule volume is not zero, because in liquid phase gas molecules are very close, so they have certain volume. So first point is gas molecule has some volume. And the second clue is again coming from liquefaction of gases, that is gas molecule apply attractive forces to each other. And this is again logical. If there is no attractive forces, gas molecule cannot come closer. So liquefaction happens. This suggests gas molecule must apply some force between each other. Now variation of Z with different pressure has been plotted experimentally. Variation of Z versus P. Z is a function of pressure and temperature. So at this time we keep temperature fixed. And Z versus T, Z versus P plot has been plotted. For ideal gas, what will be the value of Z? For ideal gas, Z is equals to V real by V ideal. So if my gas is ideal, so this means V real is equals to V ideal. So Z is equals to 1. So this value Z is equals to 1 for ideal gas. Now when this experimentally graph has been plotted, now there are two kind of graph. One is something like this. This is generally shown by hydrogen helium type of gases. Another type of graph we have something like this, and this is generally shown by gases that have high attractive force like NH3CO2. So from this graph it is clear some kind of gases like hydrogen and helium always shows Z value is greater than 1. For gases NH3 and CO2 they show Z value less than 1, but sometimes they show Z value greater than 1. If we have Z is less than 1, we say negative deviation from ideal gas behavior. When we have Z is equals to 1, this is a case of ideal gas. And when we have Z is greater than 1, we call this as positive deviation from ideal gas behavior. So from Z versus P plot we can say first point, gases like hydrogen and helium always shows Z is greater than 1. Now second point we can say gases like NH3 shows negative deviation, that is Z is less than 1, for low pressure. So this range is low pressure. And in this range Z first decreases and then increases. Now third point we can say for NH3, NH3CO2, there is a positive deviation at high pressure. At high pressure. And the curve is increasing in nature, so value is increasing. Curve is increasing. A plot has been also plotted Z versus temperature for one same gas. So this is for a fixed gas. So let us say if we have Z here, pressure here, this is Z is equals to 1. Now this value is, let us say for NH3 at temperature T1. So this graph is at temperature T1. Now if we increase temperature, this is again at for same gas but temperature T2. So from this plot it is clear if we increase temperature, that is T2 is greater than T1, Z value decreases. Initially you have this much deviation, now we have this much deviation. This side also initially we have at temperature T1, this is the deviation. At temperature T2 we have only this deviation for a given pressure. So this is given pressure. So from here we can say, as we increase temperature, deviation decreases and gases behaves ideally, or starts behaving ideally. Same is true for hydrogen kind of gases. If we plot Z versus pressure but different temperature, for hydrogen, so this is at temperature T1. If we increase temperature, this is at T2. So we have T2 is greater than T1. Now for a given pressure, initially we have this much deviation. Now we have this much deviation. So as we increase temperature, deviation decreases. That is, gases starts behaving ideally. So this graph is for hydrogen or helium kind of gases, and this graph is for NH3 and CO2 kind of gases. The gases in which attractive forces are operating. So in this case we can say, again, at a higher temperature, gas starts behaving ideally. Now let us say if we see this graph at this region or in this region, so if we keep increasing the temperature, initially we have this graph. If we increase the temperature, we will have this graph. And if temperature is further increases, we will have this kind of graph. So you see in this region, Z is very approximately equals to 1. This temperature is T1, this is T2, this is T3. T3 is greater than T1, T2 and greater than T1. So in this region, when temperature is T3, deviation is very less. So we can say, when temperature is high and the pressure is low, in this region of pressure, Z value is approximately equals to 1. Similarly for hydrogen we can say, so this is high temperature. If we increase the temperature, if we further increase the temperature, so this is low, this is high, this is even high. So T3 is greater than T2 is greater than T1. So if you look in this region of curve, that is region of low pressure and region of high temperature. High temperature, low pressure, this is line Z is equals to 1 and this line is at temperature T3. So in this case, I am showing the same thing here. Deviation is very less. So we can say at high temperature, and low pressure, gases behave ideally. That is Z is equals to 1. And this is logical also. So when temperature is high, attraction force is very low. So high temperature molecule will have high velocity. So in this case, attractive forces can be overcome by this velocity, high velocities. So in this case, high temperature, very low attractive forces. that is attractive forces, can be overcome by high velocities of molecule. That is, we can neglect the attractive force. Now the second is, if pressure is low, volume is high. So if the container volume is high, we can neglect the volume of molecules. So in this case, volume of molecule can be neglected. With respect to container. So this assumption, that is volume of molecule is 0, is very correct when volume of container is very high or pressure of container is very low. So in this case we can say volume of molecule is negligible. So when we have high temperature, low pressure, these two assumptions becomes valid, and that's why gases behave ideally. So in limiting situation we can say when pressure tends to 0, temperature tends to infinite. That is this reason temperature is tending to infinite, that is temperature is increasing and the pressure is very low, that is 0. Z tends to 1. So in both cases volume tends to infinite, so we have PV is equals to nRT. So we can say V is equals to nRT by P. So if pressure tends to 0, temperature tends to infinite, volume of container tends to infinite. In this case volume of molecule can be neglected. When volume is very high, molecules are very far away, so attractive forces can also be neglected. So volume is very high, that is volume tends to infinite, molecules are very away, so molecular attraction can be neglected. So finally we can say Z is equals to PV by RT, that is Z is equals to PV. We can write molar volume by is equals to V by N. So now ideal gas equation PV can be written is equals to Z into nRT, where Z is compressibility factor. Now this equation is for real gases. So this means if compressibility factor is known, we can modify the ideal gas equation to real gas equation. So in this lecture we discussed about compressibility factor. Compressibility factor is greater than 1, less than 1 or equals to 1. When we have Z is less than 1, this means attractive forces between molecules is operating. When we have Z is equals to 1, no forces between molecules. When we have Z is greater than 1, repulsive forces are operating.